Old people, sick people, and people with dogs. That's the order you hate people in? Yep, that's a good order. Welcome to Should You Watch This with the Popcorn Priest, a weekly podcast where movie enthusiasts, current and ex-movie theater projectionists, new and old friends, take the time to talk about a movie that we just watched and answer that very question, should or shouldn't you watch this? Murder is So 1987. And yeah, we watched a horror movie after Halloween and also right before Christmas, so sorry, geez. Totally Killer is next.
I'd like to report a crime that hasn't happened yet. Have you seen the movie Back to the Future? Basically, I'm living that movie right now, which is how I know there's gonna be a murder tonight.
Hate time travel movies. They never make any sense.
Happy Halloween.
How about we all stay in and hand out Halloween candy? No, Mom. You know how hard this time of year is for us. Your friends were murdered 35 years ago. It's not 1987 anymore.
Stay safe, honey. I love you.
This trailer's a little long, sorry, but I think it's cool.
What the fuck?
It's also a red band.
Excuse me, what year is it?
1987.
Oh my God.
I know. The 80s are almost over and I haven't even tried Coke yet. I don't know.
Oh my God. Mom. Fuck off and die. Jesus, Mom. Mamacita. Ay. Ay, ay, ay. Mamacita.
Time for my birthday, bitch.
This is a creepy-ass cabin in the middle of fucking nowhere.
What's the big deal?
There's a murderer on the loose, and you drove us into the woods. Oh my God! What? I forgot to bring vodka.
You have 7.5 hours until you're stuck here forever.
I need to stop all this horror before it happens. Do the machines kill us all? No. They more just rip apart the fabric of our society via dance videos on TikTok. They dance against us?
Come on out. The water's warm. Just so you know, I don't do blowjobs. You pee out of that thing.
Just think, maybe if she did do blowjobs, she'd still be alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not make that the lesson. 80s weed sucks. This is just dirt. Look at all these twigs. Yeah, I could give you a gummy this big that has 100 times more weed than this.
All right, man. Joining me today is recurring guest, Dan Sacklunch. Why can't we still live in the 80s or the 90s? Sacklunch.
Yeah. Look, I'm all for either one, and we got it done, man. This one was a challenge. We alluded to it on the last podcast. It was a tough one for the Brazilian.
Yeah, I've got there's some beefs that'll be coming next week about that for sure. Shame on you, Amazon Prime. Well, get ready for some stabs on stabs on stabs. The description for this one. When the infamous Sweet 16 killer returns 35 years after his first murder spree to claim another victim, 17-year-old Jamie accidentally travels back in time to 1987, determined to stop the killer before he can start again. Written and directed by Nanachka Khan, which also directed Always Be My Maybe, which is a Netflix joint, and it's actually pretty good if you want to have like a rom-com for a date night.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, if you need a date night, it's a good one. I would recommend it. Always Be My Maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
Top billed stars are Kiernan Shipka, Olivia Holt.
Do you think like it's a prerequisite? Back to the director, like it's a prerequisite not to have an easy name.
I mean, it's obviously a running joke on my show that I like to say them multiple times, partly because I can't read them, but then it's also funny. But I don't know. Nachka Khan. And there's so many Ks, and it's fine. I love it. I love that your name is different than like Chris. You know? It's fine.
Agreed.
Olivia Holt, Charlie Gillespie, Randall Park, who is also in Always Be My Maybe, by the way. Julie Bowen, who's from Modern Family. Runtime of a nice, crisp 1 hour and 46 minute. Rated R. Genre on Rotten Tomatoes says horror comedy. However, IMDb says comedy horror. What would you say it is?
I would say comedy horror.
Yeah, I think IMDb got it right. It's comedy horror for sure. Speaking of IMDb, they give it a 6.5 out of 10 from 41,000 reviews. Rotten Tomatoes gives it an 87% from 100 critic ratings and 76% from 1,000 plus audience ratings.
Okay.
Where to watch this? At the time of this recording, you can stream this on Amazon Prime, unless you live in freaking Brazil.
Correct.
This pod is not sponsored by Amazon Prime.
No, it's not.
What a turd. Like, we got ready for this, and I watched it, did all my research, got everything ready, and then you send me this screenshot of your TV, and it literally would just said not available.
Yeah, and it's one thing that you again, I feel bad. You did all the prep work, which it paid off.
Yeah. Right? Hey, we're here. We're doing it now. Late, but
I had my tall glass of Coke, my popcorn, my peanut M&Ms. I was ready to go. Okay. And then you can't eat that stuff if you don't watch a movie.
I know.
It just
dude.
feels weird.
You're just sitting there I guess I'm going to eat all this stuff while I'm not doing anything. It's not
right. Yeah. Well, then people could say, well, why don't you just find another movie? Look, you know how I feel about that. Okay.
45 minutes later.
If you don't know, if you don't know what you're going into, you're going to doom scroll for a year and a half.
I mean, that's, to be honest, I've done this for over 2.5, almost 3 years. And that's one of the main reasons why I started this was I feel like, should you watch this? Yeah. I needed this. And it's not just critics. It's I need somebody like a dude to tell me if it's cool to watch or not. Yeah.
Agreed.
So it's true. You're not going to just be okay, what do I watch now?
Because it takes us a couple of days to choose, right?
Yeah.
We usually kind of, we back and forth. It's your pick, my pick, your pick, my pick. So
yeah.
For me, I do spend actual time looking. Now my next pick, it was a pretty quick one, but
I'm still down if you want to do that.
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, I was wondering what other markets exclude this selection from their lineup. It's an Amazon Prime original. Why wouldn't it not be available on Amazon Prime? It's just weird to me.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I have so much stuff limited to me. A lot of them I have to rent, but this one wouldn't even allow me to rent it.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
Because it says, I see you're traveling, so it's a weird thing.
Well, if you choose the highest tier of our Patreon account, you'll have access to the Popcorn Priest permanent collection by going to patreon.com/Popcorn Priest for details. All right, man. You asked for it. I don't know if I think I'm going to do my normal intro into Popcorn Reviews the Reviews, but I also found a soundbite that I like because you requested it.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to play the clip. No, I'm going to say what I normally say, then play the clip. And then we'll go. What do you want to do? 10, 1, and then 10? 1, 10, 1, 10? You want to do, what do you want this time?
10, 1, 10, 1, 10, 1.
Okay. Popcorn Reviews the Reviews.
Yeah, well, that's just your opinion, man.
I like it.
It's pretty good, right?
Sure.
And
it's great.
Dude, I already have a clip from The Big Lebowski. I can't even say it. And what a great movie. I can watch that over and over and over and over and over.
For sure.
So
100%.
All right, here's your first 10 out of 10. Struggling to find a modern, good, scary movie? Says Faith Marie 39608. I haven't seen a good horror movie in forever. I feel like all horror movies back then were so much better. But this had just the right horror aspect. Also the 80s. It's Back to the Future meets Scream meets Friday the 13th. It has the gore. It has the comedy, it has the jump scares, etc. Directed perfectly. Blumhouse has been killing it, as always, with their films, so I knew this would be a good one. Also,
you put in there, or you did that?
Well, I did that, but it's in quotation marks, so I can't emphasize it without.
yeah. So she did put it in there.
She did. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Also,
and we gotta say she, right? Like this is clearly she because it sounds grammatically correct. It looks like there's punctuation inserted properly.
Yeah, Faith Marie. It's got to be. I'm guessing.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
It also quite literally contains an actress from the new Scream movie, so that was super cool. Perfect movie to watch for Halloween with friends when you want to stay in. Must I say, Kiernan Shipka is a powerhouse. 10 out of 10 stars.
Whoa, powerhouse.
That's strong.
I wonder if this is Kiernan's mom.
Probably.
Yeah. I didn't know there was a new Scream.
There is. There was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've heard it's...
Did you see it?
I did not.
Okay.
I kind of didn't watch 4 of them, maybe. So many of them. I watched the first 2 or 3 and they were good, but
agreed.
I haven't kept on. I have a buddy JJ who loves the Scream movies, and I'll have to ask him if he liked it or not.
Yeah, look, I think this certainly had Scream vibes for sure.
Yeah, but with more comedy, obviously.
Well, I don't know. The original Scream had some similar one-liners and. Yeah,
there was some dark humor. This one's,
I think,
Lillard has some normal humor and dark humor at the same time.
And retro 80s.
Oh, man. Then you got the whole layer of the 80s, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, your first 1 out of 10. Awful, 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 says Lord Commander.
Okay.
I don't care how many hype reviews you read. This film was just awful. Talk about slow. Talk about dull. Talk about boring. OMG. A time travel story that ends up being dry, meh, and very cold to watch. What does that even mean? Cold to watch? I've never...
Wait, not only that, but he said a time travel movie?
A time travel story.
That's certainly an element, but I would say that it's more of a slasher horror comedy than time travel.
Yeah, time travel's
time travel's just a piece of it.
Yeah,
just a
maybe
small
5th
little
on the
plot
list.
twist. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's very cold to watch, kind of like The Revenant, when you feel cold while you're watching it, I guess. I don't know.
Jesus. All right.
The acting was so lame. I just wanted to find out who the killer was and be done with the story. I can't believe the amount of positive reviews that were written because the story was utterly ridiculous. It took me forever to actually get through watching because I kept turning it off because it was so boring. Don't believe any of the hype reviews, and trust me when I say this film was awful, awful, awful. Hard pass. 1 out of 10 stars.
Okay. I mean, clearly he's a Marvel fan, so
hey, I like Marvel. I like Marvel.
Well, you like Marvel, but I wouldn't call you like a super fan nerd.
No.
Like, you like movies with depth too. Like, this guy's just a Marvel fan. And the Fast and the Furious.
Hey, those are great.
I agree. I like almost
but they're
all of
different.
them. I haven't seen the last 3.
Yeah, he can't separate like genres. He can't separate like, okay, this is what this movie is going to be about, you know.
Lord
Commander. All right, we're going to 10. An absolutely delightful treat for the Halloween season, says Jared 2533.
I love the pun. I love all the fun.
Delightful treat.
It's amazing.
As someone who loves these types of horror movies like The Final Girls from 2015, Happy Death Day from 2017, Happy Death Day to You 2019, and Freak from 2020. I think he was just going to start listing every single movie that he likes that are horror films. Glad he stopped.
Yeah.
I was so excited to see Back to the Future done as a slasher movie, and this movie was everything that I wanted it to be and more.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
Totally Killer from 2023 is the perfect movie for this Halloween season. I've literally rewatched this movie 6 times already, and I love every minute of it.
No.
6.
No. Not even possible.
Jared loves it. Jared from Subway. He's watching it from the clink.
Okay.
Kiernan Shipka and Olivia Holt are both spectacular as the co-leads in the movie, and I can't wait for what they do next. These two have come a long way since their young lion days on Disney Channel and Nickelodeon from Kiernan Shipka. Overall, Totally Killer was #totally phenomenal. And you need to watch this movie as soon as possible, especially during the Halloween season. 10 out of 10.
Oh, man. 6 times, though? Come on.
That's a lot of times. I could watch it one more time.
That's clearly a fake review. Yeah.
No, this is not fake. No way.
Well, then it was an extra's mother that wrote it.
Okay. Yeah, I could watch it again like next Halloween. It's fun.
I don't know about next Halloween, but in a future Halloween, yeah.
Okay, in a couple of years.
Maybe my 3-year-old daughter's, 12, 13 years old. Let's throw it down.
A little sneak peek on the review. Okay, I hear you.
Yeah, I mean, not that it's appropriate for a 13-year-old, so she wouldn't watch it. No. But
all right, here's the next 1 out of 10. Why? Says the one that you wanted. Good until the end. Why? Just why? Seriously, why does Hollywood have to put this stuff into their movies? This is a spoiler-free review, even for something so pointless and dumb. This movie was slow, then picked up, but then the no-good ending. But overall, the movie is cheap and forgettable. You can tell it is low budget and not worth watching. If you are a parent, this film has something your children may not want to witness. I don't even know what that means, dude. What is the one that you wanted saying here?
I don't know.
I can't even think of is it a murder? Is it a stab? Is it a BJ joke? Like what?
It wasn't gory. I don't feel like it was gory.
A little bit. It was a little bit.
Huh. Okay.
I don't know what that sentence means, but it says, good idea, average delivery. This sentence I'm going to read maybe 3 times, okay? I just want you to hear it for the first time, give a pause.
Okay.
Then I'm going to say it again, and then we'll break it down, okay?
All right.
Good idea, average delivery, but there will be not towing over the driving to the point that is why they are so much less than the same amount of movies around the block, if you know what I mean. Okay, I'm going to say it again. Good idea, average delivery, but there will be not towing over the driving to the point that is why they are so much less than the same amount of movies around the block, if you know what I mean.
I don't.
I don't.
I don't know what you mean.
I don't know anything of what you mean from that phrase.
I don't even think you're speaking English.
What is it? One last time. Okay. Good idea.
Okay.
Average delivery, but there will be not towing. TOWING.
But is that right? But maybe that was supposed to be nothing.
Oh, okay. Okay. Average delivery, but there will be nothing over the driving to the point. That is why they are so much less than the same amount of movies around the block, if you know what I mean. 1 out of 10.
I still don't know what he means.
I don't know. 1 out of 10 stars. Hey, listen, the one that you wanted, your review is 1 out of 10 stars for me.
Yeah, for sure, dude. That is a 1 out of 10 review.
Yeah, it's terrible. Whew. All right. Last 10 out of 10. We're ending on a 1? We are. Okay. That's fine.
We are. Yep.
Totally awesome, says Eminem 24425.
My guy, my gal, my guy, whoever you are, Eminem, baby Tina.
Totally killer is totally awesome. If you love the 80s and who doesn't, who done it movies, what? And who done it movies, you will love this movie. I loved everything about this movie, from the cast to the wardrobe to the soundtrack. It's totally killer. I thought the actors did a great job with the characters. I love the 80s references, the Mandela effect references, and the small joke about time travel movies. I love how I was transported back to the 80s. This movie kept me guessing at who done it. This is a scary movie. Must see in 2023. P.S. I even ordered the shirt the killer was wearing. 10 out of 10.
I guarantee her real name is Becky. I guarantee it.
Becky.
Oh, man. Yeah, dude.
I was thinking it's like some stoner dude, some 40-something stoner guy. But Becky's good.
No way. This is a Becky that's 50, about 51 years old.
Oh, wow.
Who just rocked the 80s, dude. I mean, full neon leg warmers, all that.
Wow.
Becky.
Sister Eminem coming in hot with the 10 out of 10 rating for the Totally Killer. All right. Last 1 out of 10. Totally not killer, says Gavin 5.
Yeah, that's okay.
Great cast, great plot, great trailer. Set in the 80s always means great soundtrack. This movie has so much going for it, but for some reason, it's totally rubbish. What the hell went wrong?
Rubbish.
Probably England. Gavin is from
England,
over the pond.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
I don't usually find swearing a problem, but in this movie, the swearing actually wasn't necessary. Shipka was fantastic as Sabrina in this movie. Let's say there should be a comma there. Shipka was fantastic as Sabrina. In this movie, she phoned in her performance. I was really looking forward to this movie right up until I watched it. The plot is stitched together by some of the laziest writing I have ever seen. Plot holes you could drive a bus through. If you weren't alive in or know the 80s, then just keep on going. My advice, give this one a miss. 1 out of 10.
I mean, again, terrible review, but the swearing did feel a little over the top on this one for some reason. And you're talking to somebody that uses the F word on a minute by minute basis.
I actually kind of agree, and I'm not a fan of the swearing, but like, I don't mind. I can accept it in movies, but
yeah, we're not prudes by any stretch.
Yeah, I mean, we're watching a rated R horror comedy, so we're not prudes. But like, I kind of agree with Gavin.
Yeah,
like maybe there was a little excessive.
A little much.
You know what's funny? Like, I think the F word can be really funny, but when you're using it too much, then it kind of loses that oomph. You know.
it starts to turn into like potty humor.
Yeah, I agree.
Still, like I think it was a little harsh on the review.
Yeah. All right.
But good stinger, by the way. Like,
Yeah.
keep that stinger. I love it.
Which? Oh yeah. Okay. All right. I like it. I was scrolling Instagram, and I heard that in my headphone, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that is perfect for you the reviews." I just want to hear it one more time.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
All right. Let's get into should or shouldn't you watch this? 5 reasons why you should watch this. I've got 5. You can add to it. Number 1, if you like the Scream movies, this is for you. We were talking about that earlier, and I kind of agree with
For
that.
sure. Yeah, 100%. It's got those vibes.
Yeah. Number 2, if you kind of like horror movies and wish they had some comedic elements to them, then I think this is for you. And number 3, if you like stabs, this may not be for you. Or if you don't like stabs, I mean, there's lots of stabs.
Right. A lot of stabs.
Many stabs. Stab, 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 stab.
Stabs on stabs.
Stabs on stabs. Number 4, if you like all the above and you lived in the 80s, then this is for you.
For sure.
And number 5, and this might not even be a reason, this is just a statement. If you think time travel movies are confusing and hard to follow, that's correct. They are. You're right. That's my last reason.
Yeah, I would say if you wanted to experience the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
You were much too young, then this would at least give you a glimpse and something to talk to mom and dad about.
I agree. I think that it's not like super over the top 80s. It just felt like the right amount.
I wanted a little more, but yeah.
Okay.
I would say
like sometimes you see movies where it's like every single person is wearing like the most, far 80s clothing that possible, and everyone has it on, and it's like a caricature of themselves. That's kind of dumb. But this felt pretty good. Felt the right amount.
Well, and I also think that if you like Hot Tub Time Machine, you would probably enjoy this as well.
I think that's a great another great reason. If you like Hot Tub Time Machine.
Dude, I think you and I watched that together.
We did.
In the theater.
I'm glad we didn't watch the second one because that one's not good.
It is not good. Correct.
All right. Any other reasons before we move on to by the numbers?
No, so we jump into them numbers.
All right, here we go. Spoiler alert, there's not a lot. I'm sorry.
Blank. For God's sake, just give me the damn number.
I literally only have one. I'm sorry. But this is what I found out. I did the best I could on this, but we don't have a box office haul, obviously, because it's a Netflix. I don't even want to say their name. Amazon Prime.
Yeah, don't. Right.
Streaming charts and data show that Totally Killer, starring Netflix's Sabrina herself, Kiernan Shipka, has been vastly outperforming for the past few days. This was right when it came out. Everything else on Prime Video except for The Wheel of Time, The Continental, and Gen V. Moreover, it's doing better than the competition's best performing movies, including even Netflix's surprise hit Fair Play, which I don't even know what that is. Fair Play?
I don't either.
I
don't know.
It was a hit, apparently. I don't know.
Okay.
And that's it. That's all the numbers I have. Is there anything you want to talk about before we break for next week?
So there's no budget?
I couldn't find it.
Really?
Yeah.
What would you guess it to be, though?
I'll try to look it up again because I looked it up. It came out and I was like already doing the research. So maybe, okay, that's new information.
Wait, don't tell me. I got a good guess.
Okay.
So I would guess it at probably 67 million.
That's pretty good, dude. 35 million.
That's it?
Yeah. But then it says it earned 168 million globally. I don't even know how that's possible if it's just a streaming, right? Like, how does that work?
That doesn't sound right.
I don't know about the internet on that one.
37. There's no way it was just that little.
Here's another site that says 34 million. So probably right around there, 34 to 40 million.
I'll allow it.
Well, at this point, there may be some spoilers up ahead. So if you want to watch and then come back next week and join us for our breakdown of Stab Me into the Back to the 80s from the Future from 2023. I'm on the social medias. I dare you to message the great Popcorn Priest at Popcorn Priest. I love movies and would love it if you'd share the love. Share this with the movie lover in your life. Another way to support the show is by sending money to me. Give me all the monies at patreon.com/Popcorn Priest and see what extra perks you can enjoy. Lastly, the easiest way to support the show and the most free is like and subscribe and give us a 5-star review. Easier than building a time machine. And as always, thanks for listening. And thanks to my special guest, Mr. Dan Sacklunch himself. Always a pleasure.
Absolutely, my man. I'm glad we got this one in.
Yeah. Join us next week for part 2 of Totally Killer. And again, another PSA/promo. Shame on you, Amazon Prime, for blacklisting Brazil.
Yeah.
Fix it.
For sure.
Right now. We'll see you guys next week.